So let's talk about your opponent. You're fighting Justin Costardo. He is he's no founder of Web3 Breakfast. I'm not familiar with Web3 Breakfast. I did a little research on him. He's a crypto influencer. What are your thoughts on him as an opponent, and how do you see this fight playing out for you?
Oh, he's a big guy. So I initially signed to fight at 200 pounds.
Okay.
That guy backed out. And so Pizza Boy, as I call him, took the fight in short notice. So respect to him for doing that. For fighting at 215. So it's kind of heavy for me. He's a really big guy. So hopefully I can kind of like survive his 20 or 30-second onslaught that he'll undoubtedly come out of the gate with. And then I think once he survives that, we'll be okay. But it's all about just kind of making it through that storm.
So you try to gas him out, is what you're saying. Try to gas him out.
Let him go crazy and use his big boy energy and strength. Then I'll kind of come and use all my weapons from Muay Thai to end the fight.
Right. You see it. You see a knockout coming? Does this fight go in the distance? So how do you see it going?
Yeah, I think I'm going to win by knee. So a knee TKO will be the method of victory.
Let's go. He said he wants to knock you. These are questions I have to ask. He did say in the video that Karate Combat posted, he wants to knock you out for all the people that you've scammed, is what he said. What is your response, and what is your response to that?
Yeah, I respect him for getting in there and helping me accomplish one of my goals, and that's to take people back.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it unless there was an opponent. So seems like a nice guy. I just think that I'm certainly more skilled than he is in striking. So I think I will win, but definitely have to appreciate his pure size and aggression. So he will come out strong, and it will be scary dodging bombs for a few seconds. But after that kind of barrage is over, I think I can use my, various weapons to end it.
One of the things about selling fights and what makes a fight marketable is having a good villain, or having somebody like Colby Covington or Conor McGregor, somebody polarizing that people root for them, and then they also pay for the fights to see them lose. Is that an aspect of this that you are aware of, that you are cognizant of, that people might be actually watching this fight to watch you lose as much as the people who would be supporting you? Is that something that you're aware of?
I think this fight is very similar to Fyre Festival too, where 90% of people really want to see me get knocked out or see the event fail. And then in a fun way that almost makes it 10% of supporters even more motivated or energetic because they're going against the grain and like they're doing what they believe in. So yes, I think most people will tune in to see me get knocked out, but I hope to win over, a couple of them as fans when the fight goes the other way.
Right. Are you, we talked about villain. I'd mentioned villain role. Are you embracing that role in any way, or is your goal to set out to prove that you're a good guy who made mistakes?
I certainly don't want to make a living off being the heel. I think it's a path I kind of have to go down. I have to run the gauntlet, if you will, and let everybody smack me with their belts for a couple of years. So, I think I embrace the mistakes that I made and understand the path that needs to come after those mistakes. But I think ultimately I'm trying to use these opportunities to pay people back and actually build that vision of Fyre. So if I can accomplish that, I hope we will mature out of that role, but understand that I have to embrace that role, to get there.
Do you plan on fighting again after this? Because, there are a lot of people who are considered polarizing figures who actually have embraced influencer boxing as an avenue for them. Where they would, it's an opportunity where they get a chance to fight and they can embrace the polarization that they have in society, but it also gives an opportunity to do two things. They can make some money, but they can also, like what you're trying to do, get a chance to sort of rectify some things from the past. Just give yourself an avenue to do that. Is that something that you've considered? Will you fight again? Would you consider influencer boxing, or is this a one-off?
Absolutely. I'll be calling out my next opponent in my post-fight speech.
Okay.
So I know who I'd like to fight, and I will try hard to make it happen.
I'm excited for that. I can't wait to see that.